right, y'all. So, basically, I was just outside, man. Usually, I don't do streams like this, where I be eating and stuff. But, I was running some late night errands, and while I was out, I was just scrolling on Twitter, and I was seeing so much about P Diddy and freaking Mr. Beast. I'm like, what the hell is going on, bro? Bro, I see a lot of people keep talking about the 1,000 bottles of baby oil and stuff, which I know that is somewhat weird, but I mean, like, that really shows you exactly how many times this dude did those, like, freak parties or whatever they called them. I forgot what they called them. But the fact that this dude had, like, damn Costco stocks of fucking baby oil and lube and all this other shit just so he can do the stuff that he was doing is insane to me, bro. I know a lot of people are hoping that Jay-Z can get caught up next or whatever. I don't follow these people. And it kind of has me feeling, thinking that's one of the reasons why Nicki Minaj divorced fucking Meek Mill, bro. Let me see if I can find it. I mean, I might just have to go to the Explorer because I know it's trending. So yeah, I'm gonna just have it like this. All right, so this is the video that I saw right here, man. And I mean, we can
fucking door.
Here, I'm not gonna show the audio, but I'm gonna show like when he starts talking, so y'all can see this.
All the champagne was spiked, son. Like, all the champagne was spiked. Everybody was passed the fuck out. I don't drink, so I was playing that shit off like I don't fucking drink. I smoke, nigga. Like, I smoke and I had my own weed, but like everybody was passed out. Yo, Diddy had that man in the room. Look, yes, I put my ear to the fucking door and I brought the phone because Diddy started going in overdrive. I ain't know what the fuck was going on, but I just heard balls slapping against.
I mean, one of the things that I will say, even though I know this is a serious topic, I can't stand people. Oh shit, that's kind of crazy. I can't stand people who talk and they be having like the spit on the side of their mouth. That shit be like so disgusting to me.
Ass cheeks. I heard niggas struggling to take dick. I heard niggas being like, yeah, daddy. Like when he started all that daddy this and daddy that, and then I heard some hollering and struggling like, yeah, I kept the phone there and I recorded all that shit because I was like, this nigga Diddy rich. So I'm finna put the squeeze on and give me a couple dollars and just say, you know what I'm saying? Just nobody believed that was really Diddy beating Meek back in. But now y'all motherfuckers believe the video, right? Right? Somebody throw me a couple dollars.
So that dude really just trying to get some money. I mean, I don't know if his intentions is actually real. I don't know if this video is real for him to try to get some, but I mean, like, I understand trying to take advantage of this whole situation now, but I mean, I think it's a little bit too late. You can't really get no money from nobody. So the government about to take all that shit. There was another tweet that I saw, bro. I forgot what it was, but somebody was talking about P. Diddy doing something. But let's just get into this damn Patrick CC video, bro. This stuff is insane. But like I said, if you want to listen to that audio, y'all can go ahead and listen to that audio. I'm not listening to that audio again. I wish that I never heard it the first time. That shit like really traumatized the fuck out of me, bro. I ain't like that.
The extremely powerful executive Sean Diddy Combs has had an ominous presence in the music industry for the past 30 years. From his suspicious involvement,
and you know what's crazy? I heard some shit.
An ominous presence in the music industry.
I heard some shit about his ass too. What's his name? Russell Simmons. I've heard some stuff about him. And I've been hearing stuff about Reverend, I forget what his name is, but a lot of people just been saying some stuff, but they haven't been saying nothing about like him doing what they doing, but it's like people always be joking on him about some shit. I don't know who
for the
this
past
is.
30 years. From his suspicious involvement in the demise of Tupac and Biggie, his secretive ritualistic parties in the backrooms, as well as numerous accidental confessions, has made the public pre-decide that he is guilty of all accusations against him. Not only have multiple women filed formal lawsuits alleging him of violent sexual assault and humiliation, but now the federal government raided his home as they investigate his involvement in a global sex trafficking operation. Technically, at the moment, he is not being charged of any crime, but any day now, Diddy could feel the wrath of the American justice system. Today, we are going to unearth the secrets he never wanted the world to know with the goal of determining one thing.
Shoot, well, now that boy just got arrested. I didn't know if they was gonna do it or not. I know they went to his home and all that type of shit. I wonder what got them to arrest his ass. I understand that they got but they went to his house. That was earlier this year, and then now they arrest him. I wonder what type of evidence they was trying to get.
Did he do it or not? It's first very important to understand Diddy's potential involvement in the murders of Tupac and Biggie.
It's crazy
because
how people
if you
started saying
believe
that.
those allegations to be true, everything that happens afterwards makes total sense. In the mid-90s, Diddy, also known as Sean Puffy Combs, was in the middle of the infamous East Coast vs. West Coast hip-hop rivalry. It all began with East Coast rapper and Bad Boy Records signee, the Notorious B.I.G., versus his enemy, West Coast rapper and Death Row Records signee, Tupac Shakur. And it ended with both of them being assassinated via drive-by shootings. Biggie's murder remains unsolved to this day, but
it's crazy how both of them got killed the exact same way, man. Damn. But yeah, I heard that he was in New York when he got arrested. I think I saw a video. Somebody put a video of him on TikTok of him at the park, bro. And I'm like, why are you at the park? Yeah, right here. They said this is hours before he got arrested. What the hell are you doing at the park? And I was looking at the comments, right here, you see this comment, said he don't look relaxed. So I wonder if he knew they was coming or something and he was just accepting his fate. He was just trying to enjoy the nature, enjoy outside, the public again before he go in or whatever. I don't know. But I don't know what the hell he was doing there. All I know is if they let him out on bail, he's gonna pull a Russell Simmons. Okay. Shoot, maybe they really been coming after his ass this year.
in 2023, we learned that Keefe D was the shot caller for the group of individuals that killed Tupac. Although we do not know the specific details as to why these two rap legends were killed, through all the theories, key information, and first-hand recollections from friends and witnesses of both murders indicate that Sean Combs had involvement in both murders. Biggie and Tupac were friendly and actually respected each other at first. Tupac had begun rapping in 1991 and within 2 years already had earned a platinum album. Biggie was a crack dealer who recorded freestyles for fun, until someone sent his tapes to Puffy, who signed him to Bad Boy Records for $25,000. Puffy was also able to use his status in the music industry to connect Big and Pac. Pac became a mentor to Biggie. He once even asked him to be his manager.
I was there, nigga. I trained the nigga, used to be under me like my lieutenant. The nigga, I used to come to New York. I used to do shows and let the nigga come on before I did Keep Your Head Up and Get Around. Because nobody knew the nigga in New York. And I used to tell the nigga, yo, if you want to make your money, you gotta rap for the bitches. Do not rap for the niggas. I told the nigga, don't rap for the niggas. Rap for the bitches. The bitches will buy your records and the niggas want what the bitches want. So all of a sudden, he changed from being listen to party and bullshit, listen to his style. He changed from that to Big Papa.
Pac believes that Biggie used him as a blueprint, changed his whole style, persona, and music to be more aligned with Tupac.
I mean, he's telling the truth, man. And this is something that I've been telling y'all a lot when it comes to even like YouTube or whatever, bro. It's always been like this, man. You target the women and the children, and then the men will just buy it because they're trying to satisfy the women and their kids. So you target the people that want the shit, and then that's when they manipulate the people that got the money to buy the shit. It's kind of messed up, but that's how you do this shit, bro. That's just how it goes, man. Like women and children support you, and then men will just give you the money because their girl and their child supports you, bro. So they just trying to make them happy.
Many people speculated that Diddy also had a slight obsession with Tupac. He started dripping himself in Versace after Tupac did it first. He also got romantically involved in women after Tupac had ran through them first, like Sarah Chapman, who ran around with Tupac in the 90s and is now the mother of one of Diddy's children. Pac's claims aged like fine.
That's weird as fuck. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like, come on, bro. I understand that dude Tupac was like a revolutionary dude, but it's like it's crazy how many people legit wanted what that dude had, bro, or just wanted to be him, or like freaking Jada Pinkett just wanted to be with him, but he didn't really want to be with her. So it's just like
wine when recently the internet figured out that Biggie's most successful hit, Juicy, was actually stolen by a Mississippi-based artist called Notorious B1, who released a song called Big Daddy a year before Juicy that sounds exactly the same. Is it a coincidence that
I never knew that. Bro, it sounds exactly the same, bro. I ain't gonna say exactly the same. It sounds so similar, bro. He got the same beat and like the way his flow is, and even like his voice, bro, it sounds similar. I wonder if they still like got some of his vocals in the background or some shit.
Is it a coincidence that Notorious B1 and Notorious B.I.G. are very similar, and this song is called Big Daddy, and Biggie started going by Big Papa? But many people believe this was the mastermind of Diddy, as he was a music industry expert who knew how to scout talent and assess a hit song before anyone else heard it. They believe Puffy instructed his artists to steal from Notorious B1, and Biggie trusted his boss and mentor. Pac and Big's rivalry began as a music-based competition. Who had more music sales? Who had the better fashion, media representation, and cultural influence?
And it's crazy, bro. This whole time growing up, man, I legit thought, and I know there's so many other people that thought the same way, that these two dudes did not like each other, and that P. Diddy and I keep forgetting his name. I'm sorry. Notorious, they were like brothers, bro. Now that I'm older, I see that they actually liked each other, but they got manipulated by the industry and by the different hoods and all the other niggas to not like each other. And actually, the people that I thought were the closest when it comes to Notorious and fucking P. Diddy, P. Diddy was actually using this dude. And it's just crazy how he just set him up.
But due to gangster rap creeping into the mainstream and the two being surrounded by legitimate gangsters, tensions escalated to life-threatening conflict. In November 1994, Tupac was on his way to record some music at Quad Studios in New York City. Coincidentally, Biggie was there recording with Junior Mafia, which was a group of 4 friends that Big knew since their childhood. Puffy was there too, since Big was his artist, and anything that Big writes or records is technically owned by the Bad Boy label. Allegedly, a man by the name of Jimmy Henchman, who is now serving life in prison, was planning a robbery on Tupac since Pac owed him some money. Many speculate that Jimmy told Puffy what was about to happen, but Puffy did not try to stop it. When Pac was outside the studio, he looked up and realized rapper Lil Cease, who is best friends with Biggie, was yelling at him from above. He was excited to see him because they were friends. He told him he was going to go downstairs and meet him in the lobby. Pac got to the lobby downstairs when some men attempted to rob him at gunpoint, which quickly led to conflict and Pac being shot 5 times.
In the middle of that trial, Shakur was gunned down, shot 5 times in what he claimed was a murder attempt and police called a robbery.
As the police did their investigation, you can see Diddy looking around scanning the area with his head down.
See, something like that, man, would have got me out. I would have got out the game, bro. Even though he wasn't like really in the game, I would have got out the game, bro. I'm sorry. I already had a near-death experience. I'm not trying to deal with that stuff no more. Yo, what's good, y'all, man? I hope y'all doing all right, man. I'm doing straight.
5 times in what he claimed was a murder attempt and police called a robbery.
As the police did their investigation, you can see Diddy looking around scanning the area with his head down. Keep in mind that after Tupac was shot, he got in the elevator and went upstairs where dozens of Bad Boy affiliates were located. Pac was interviewed by Vibe magazine detailing the night he was shot and the energy of the people around him while he was bleeding out. Because Andre Harrell was there, Puffy was there, Biggie, nobody approached me. I noticed that nobody would look at me. Andre Harrell wouldn't look at me. I had been going to dinner with him the last few days. Puffy was standing back too. I knew Puffy. He knew how much stuff I had done for Biggie before he came out. Based on Tupac's words here, fans in the media believe that he was hinting that Biggie and Puffy might be behind the attack, which bothered Big and Puff since publicly at this point they were still friends.
Tupac article had me pissed off, you know what I'm saying? And the rumors that's spreading is on some tip like we set him up, you know what I'm saying? And that's crazy. It's just ridiculous, you know what I'm saying? But I also understand that if you was to get shot 5 times, mine is just completely spinning, you know what I'm saying?
Man, look at this dude's face, bro.
It's crazy. It's just ridiculous, you know what I'm saying? But I also understand that if you was to get
Look at his face. Boy got this dumbass face. Like, what the hell? What is he thinking about?
shot 5 times, mine is just completely spinning, you know what I'm saying? You're real confused about your situation. So it'll cause you to say things that you really don't mean.
To make things worse, a few months later, Pac was found guilty of sexual assault and would end up serving 9 months in prison. This gave him tons of time to think and reevaluate his life. To add insult to injury, Biggie released his iconic cutthroat track called Who Shot Ya, which
They might have set him up when it came to that. I don't get it, bro. I don't know if he mentioned something in the video or whatever, but it's just like, why are you attacking this dude, bro? Like, what was it that made you want to attack this dude? And I understand that this dude, he had multiple enemies. It wasn't just P. Diddy, but P. Diddy knew a lot of shit, and he was involved in a lot of shit. So it's like, what was it that made you want Tupac to be gone? I just don't get it, man. And then that's when, after you killed Tupac, or had some hand to play when it came to Tupac getting killed, you also had another hand to play with Biggie getting killed. And it's like, why, bro?
felt like an obvious diss towards Tupac, but technically it was recorded before Pac got shot, but it was marketed and released months after the incident. Regardless, the media developed the narrative that Big and Puffy set up the shooting and now released a diss record bragging about their hit, and Puff's full intentions were to stir up drama, as can be confirmed by the former president of Bad Boy Records.
Biggie might not have thought that when he wrote the lyrics that was going to be used for that, but the way it was marketed by the company and released in the succession of things that were going on that we were dealing with on all the levels that we were dealing, that record did what it was supposed to do. And that's a perfect example of how my former business partner works and thinks.
Pac was sitting in jail already thinking that they set him up, and the release of this song was all the proof he needed. But this wasn't the only shooting that Puffy was involved in. It's also important to know that Tupac signed to Death Row Records while in prison after the label owner Suge Knight promised to use his money to get Pac released. As they were in the process of getting Pac out, Suge Knight and his best friend Jake Robles, aka Big Jake, were at the Platinum nightclub in Atlanta. Suge confronted Puffy at the club and was choking him. Puffy's bodyguard, Anthony Wolf Jones, steps in to defend him, and then things got out of hand. Next thing you know, shots are being fired and Suge's friend Big Jake was shot and killed. Whether or not Wolf shot Jake has never been confirmed, but Suge was holding Puffy responsible for the attack, which was enough to now ignite a feud between the two executives. Quick sidebar.
I mean, come on, man. You started the whole thing, bro. You the one who choked him out. Like, I don't know what was going down, but it's like, why did you do that, though? Like, why did you do that? And then now you so freaking delusional that you blaming somebody else for your homeboy getting killed. If you didn't choke the dude, that probably wouldn't have happened.
Recently, fans have noticed that Puffy's firstborn biological son, Justin Combs, looks a lot like Wolf. How does your son look more like your best friend than you?
I see it. I see it with the nose. Even though P. Diddy kind of got a similar nose, but the way the nostrils kind of go up, I see it. And then, like, of course, with him being light-skinned, what the fuck?
Quick sidebar, recently fans have noticed that Puffy's firstborn biological son Justin Combs looks a lot like Wolf. How does your son look more like your best friend than you? Anyways, in October 1995, Tupac got out of prison and he wanted war.
I have no fear. I have only ambition, and I want mine, and I will do anything to protect and feed my family. And these niggas represent a threat.
Pac got out and immediately started taunting and scheming on Bad Boy Records as much as possible. In the days after his release from prison, he jumped into the studio to record his next album, All Eyes on Me, and he talked about the anticipated tracks.
Two of America's Most Wanted with me and Snoop. That's gonna be a humdinger, man. Shorty Wanna Be a Thug. That's gonna be a big one. And Wonder Why They Call You Bitch with Faith. That's gonna be a big one.
He mentions Faith, aka Faith Evans, who was married to Biggie for over a year at this point. Imagine your wife jumps in the studio with your biggest enemy 1 week after he gets out of jail. Pac was also seen with Faith Evans at Whitney Houston's album release party.
That is kind of crazy that she did that. But I mean, there's so much stuff going on with this, man, and it's like I said, it seemed like these two were pretty much manipulated to go against each other from all different angles, bro. From the different hoods, their friends, the industry, the people who are really close to them. Is just like everything was set up in a way and fell with like the dominoes and shit. The dominoes fell to the point where it led up to how they wanted it to lead up to, which is just kind of messed up.
The rumor is that Biggie cheated
Well, I
on
ain't gonna say
Faith
kinda,
and that
it
she
is
was
messed
trying
up.
to get back at him by cheating with Pac. Pac also allegedly started messing around with Mary J. Blige, who was a close friend and business partner with Puffy. Then Death Row Records held a Christmas party in 1995 where a close friend of Puffy, Mark Anthony Bell, was mercilessly beaten and forced to drink urine after refusing to give Suge Puffy's mother's address.
What? What the? Wow. Whoa. Oh my God. I never knew that.
Tupac and Death Row did not let off the gas. At the
boy
1996 Soul
MC
Train
Hammer.
Awards, Biggie won the award for Song of the Year, and Tupac won Best Rap Album of the Year. After Big got his award, he took some pictures backstage and then exited the venue because he had to go to the airport to catch a flight. And that's when Pac and Suge pulled up in a Hummer, taunting them.
While we was waiting for the car to pull up, Suge and Tupac pulled up in the Hummer, and Tupac was really loud, yelling West Side, cursing, yelling a bunch of stuff, and Suge came from the other side and was like trying to actually walk up to us saying he just want to talk to Big, like want to talk. But of course everybody got in front. It was a little yelling and arguing for a minute, but police and everybody got in front, kind of stopped everything.
Despite Biggie's gangster lyrics, he was really a chill dude who didn't want to beef with Pac. Remember, he looked up to him. He always thought they were friends, but as we are speculating, he seemed to be a pawn in a much bigger operation.
He knows you
I'm
sent
glad that he
somebody
acknowledged
to
that.
shoot him that first time. Is that true or false?
Why? No, it's false. Why would I do that?
Do you think he was just hyping a record, or you have no idea?
I don't know what was the problem. I wasn't inside his head at the time. I don't really know what's the reason for him doing what he did.
Tupac was a man on fire. A man who he believes was wrongfully convicted of a crime he didn't commit, was constantly being slandered by the media, and now feels was being disrespected by his biggest enemies, on top of being surrounded by real gangsters. He released a music video alongside Snoop Dogg called Two of America's Most Wanted, which featured a skit mocking Biggie and Puff.
Pop, please don't kill me. It was Buff's idea. No, man. I'm just a rapper, man. Please don't take me out the game.
Interesting that Tupac himself instructed the Biggie actor in the 90s to say it was Puff's idea, as if he knew the truth. Then Pac released one of the most abrasive and iconic
I never seen that music video, and I think this is a different music video, right?
tracks of all time, Hit 'Em Up. He starts off the song claiming he had sex with Biggie's wife and then directly calls Biggie, Puffy, and Junior Mafia all bitches, along with various other threats.
Fuck
the pressure was
Mobb
on Bad
Fuck
Boy. Pac
Biggie.
was not going to stop, and Puffy couldn't take the heat. Biggie's bodyguard, Gene Deal, recalls when Puff reached his tipping point.
He said, I'm a businessman. I'm about making money, but...
You saying how? Are you talking about how have I not seen that music video? I mean, come on, man. I've already told y'all, bro. I never really paid that much attention to music and all that, man. Like I know Hit 'Em Up. Trust me, I've listened to Hit 'Em Up so many times, but I've never seen the music video. And I've never seen the music video of whatever that was. If that was the same music video, like I don't know. But yeah, I don't know what that was, but it seemed cool though. I like the production and everything like that. Big Tommy, hey Melo, can you watch the Ted TV show? Oh yeah, absolutely, bro, absolutely. I've been meaning to watch that for a minute. I just been so busy trying to catch up with a lot of other stuff. But I want to get more into TV because I know that's what a lot of people want. They want me to watch more TV, and I want to get more into like some animated stuff. You know, like whatever that Adult Swim show was, something Friends. Want to watch that. I want to watch Adventure Time. I want to watch maybe Gumball. I've seen a few episodes of Gumball. I love Gumball. And I've seen a few episodes of Regular Show. I love Regular Show. But I've never seen like every single episode. And I would like to watch, of course, Rick and Morty. Haven't seen not one episode of Rick and Morty. And Bob's Burgers, I think, would be pretty cool. And there's another show on the tip of my tongue, bro. Steven's Universe, I think. Something like that. Yeah, Smiling Friends, that's what it is. Thank you. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely try to get into anime too. I got to get better with my schedule to where I can fit a lot of that stuff in there.
Something gotta change. I don't give a f if Pac gotta die, Big gotta die, or Suge Knight go to jail. Something's gotta change.
Gene was taken back. He wondered if Puff realized that he just said he didn't care if his own artist died. At the same time, he still wanted to play gangster games. As we all know, these gangster games only lead to two outcomes: death or jail, and Tupac would meet his fate on September 13th, 1996. Pac and the Death Row Squad were attending the Bruce Seldon vs. Mike Tyson boxing match in Las Vegas. Hyped up from the testosterone and the energy of the fight, Pac wanted some action. A Death Row associate pointed out Orlando Anderson to Pac, who was a Southside Crip gang member, a rival to the Pyru Blood set that was affiliated with
I
Death
saw
Row
that video
Records. Pac went up to Orlando and punched him in the face. Then Death Row.
I saw this video when that when they finally cracked the case. I think last year or 2 years ago, when it came to Tupac, they finally found his killer. I don't know if it actually is his killer or not, man. We'll never know, bro. But I've seen this video.
Associates put a beating on the man. Later that night, Suge and Tupac were driving down East Flamingo Road to Club 662 when suddenly a white Cadillac pulled up beside them at a red light and opened fire on Tupac. He was hit 4 times, with the fatal shot piercing his lung. Just last year, Las Vegas police arrested a man.
Shoot, I know it's kind of messed up how he got shot, but that boy Suge didn't. Unless he did, but it wasn't fatal. You never really know. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 shots. Well, 9, because there's one right there on the windshield. It looked like there's probably another one on the windshield as well. Damn, bro. Said not the shooter, but he's the only one that's still alive. Oh, okay. All right. Said, what am I having? I'm having American Deli. I had a 2 fish fillet and 10 boneless wings. I hate when people say that boneless wings are not wings, bro. Yes, they are, bro. They're not chicken nuggets, bro. Damn.
With the fatal shot piercing his lung. Just last year, Las Vegas police arrested a man called Dwayne Keefe D. Davis, who was a shot caller for the group of individuals that committed this crime, and he orchestrated the plan that was carried out. Ironically, Keefe D. has been confessing his involvement publicly on the internet for years. In 2008, he confessed that his nephew, Orlando Anderson, the man that Tupac punched earlier that night, was the one who actually pulled the trigger.
Keefe D. has now identified his own nephew as the murderer of Tupac Shakur.
Bolstering Keefe D's claim was an informant in 1997 who told investigators that Puffy had hired the Southside Crips to kill both Suge and Tupac, and that the Crip who was jumped at the MGM was in the group that had done the hit. This was exactly the same story that Keefe D told us a decade later.
So basically, they pretty much took full advantage. They was like, all right, now we got somebody that can just go ahead and kill him. This dude, they got into a fight. I mean, they probably have multiple people that they could get to kill him, but I guess for it to not seem suspicious, to lead back to them, they was like, all right, cool. So they pretty much got into this fight right here. we're gonna use him or him and his group to go ahead and kill Tupac. So then that's when people will make it seem like, oh, well, you know, they killed him because, you know, they got into a fight and stuff. That's all it was. So nobody would dig deeper. I hate how the world is, bro, when it comes to that shit, man. That stuff is so pussy to me, man. And it's just like, it's become more normalized nowadays, bro. And it's weird to me how we just got so many people who legit will get their ass whooped in a fight. And then their only answer is, oh, I'm about to freaking spin the block on that nigga. Like, why? Like, come on, bro. Like, just take the L. Like, damn. Like, my goodness, nobody gives a fuck. Like, people are going to forget about that shit in like a couple months, bro. Or probably not even that. Probably like a month or whatever. Like, golly, shit's ridiculous. And then, like, it doesn't change the fact that you still got your ass whooped. Oh, wow, you killed him. So, you still got beat the fuck up. And so, basically, my thought of this whole thing is, yo bitch ass can't fight. So, basically, you got your ass beat so bad that you had to kill this dude. That's some pussy shit, bro. Instead of trying to run your ones back to prove yourself that you actually can beat this dude's ass, you wanted to go ahead and kill him. Noella21, thank you so much for the resubscription. I just saw that. Thank you so much. But it's like, it's weird, man.
Keefe also stated that Puffy offered them $1 million to kill Suge and Tupac.
We wanted $1 million. Yeah, he said, come on downstairs and talk to you. Oh.
He tells you, seriously, man, I need to get rid of these guys. I mean, he's looking at you in the eyes and he's like scared.
Yeah.
You tell him we'll do it for $1 million, and he's like, okay, I'll do it for $1 million. He agrees. You shake on it or something like that.
It's nothing.
Who brought up the amount of $1 million?
He did.
Puffy did?
Yeah.
Okay. Wasn't you?
No, it wasn't me. I'll shit. $1 million, I'll take it.
When Diddy was asked about this confession, this was his.
That's crazy, bro. But yeah, you said, or they'll jump the person. Yeah, that's another thing I can't stand, bro. People that jump niggas, like, I don't get it. Like, how the fuck do y'all be talking all this shit like you actually a real nigga? You be jumping niggas. You would rather kill a nigga than actually fight him. But y'all want to act like y'all so hard. Like, what kind of thought process is that? That shit is so weird. Like, that shit is so pussy to me. That's some of the most pussy shit ever. And then to sit there and talk all this shit. Like, oh, yeah, man, I'm a real nigga and shit. No, the fuck you not, bro. You are a straight bitch, bro. You can't fight. You talking all this shit like you can fight. Nigga, you can't fight. You had to jump a nigga because you can't beat his ass. Or you had to freaking spin the block on his ass because he whooped your ass so bad. Instead of you working on your craft or just trying to get better so you can hit him up again and be like, hey, yo, nigga, let's run another one. You don't want to do that shit because you too fucking pussy. It's just like so many niggas doing that shit now. Like, it's just so cool. Like, what the fuck? And then now niggas over here making songs about it and shit. It's like, it's garbage, bro. Just straight garbage. And these niggas just be swearing up and down that they real niggas and shit. Like, no, the fuck you're not, bro. Most pussy niggas on the planet. And it's just a shame to me that majority of them are black. Like, god damn, bro.
His response.
It was this documentary that claimed, which we know wasn't true.
Yeah, check this out. We don't talk about things that are nonsense. We don't even entertain nonsense, my brother. So we're not even going to go there with all due respect, but I appreciate you as a journalist asking. Thank you.
As you can imagine, Death Row was likely seeking retaliation.
That seemed like that was a setup question. It seemed like P. Diddy had his publicist or whatever. Maybe he said it. They came up to them and was like, all right, we're going to have you ask this question so we can say this and this. And that's kind of our way of responding so we can kind of brush it under the rug, you know, because if we don't respond, it's going to make the shit even worse. For a second, I thought this dude was freaking Terry Crews, bro. What the hell? What the fuck? You said you got your lick back. How'd you get your lick back?
for the murder of Tupac. Everyone at Bad Boy Records knew they were not safe, but they were especially not safe in Southern California. An LA kingpin called Gene Deal, Diddy's bodyguard, and warned him that there was a hit placed on Biggie in LA.
This somebody did 26 years in the federal jail as a kingpin, brother. He called me to save Biggs' them life. Tell them niggas not to go nowhere. It's a hit on them. You get this information from a kingpin, brother. Chaz Williams.
Despite knowing all this information, in February of 1997, they headed out to Los Angeles to promote Biggie's new album, Life After Death. Puffy also wanted to record some of his album, No Way Out, in LA. Lil Cease, Biggie's best friend, claims that Big wanted to be in LA.
If he say go, we going. If he stay, we staying. Big wanted to stay. I always tell people that, yo, why everybody always go, why y'all was there so long, or why you didn't tell him to go home? He's the boss. We're here because of him. And if he feel like it's no threat and he wants to be here, it's our job to stand down with him.
Biggie was not taunting the West Coast. He genuinely loved being in LA. He received a lot of love from fans, promoters, radio DJs, despite being surrounded by his enemies. Instead of claiming to be the victor of his beef with Tupac, Biggie wanted to use his life to inspire change and squash the East Coast versus West Coast beef. The truth is, over the years, Puffy and Biggie had made so many enemies that they didn't really know who was after them, but they overstayed their welcome in the City of Angels, and Big's demise came on March 9th, 1997. After presenting an award at the 1997 Soul Train Awards, the Bad Boy crew attended the after-party hosted by Vibe magazine at the Peterson Automotive Museum. Biggie left the party riding in the front passenger seat of a Chevrolet Suburban SUV with Puffy and other entourage members driving directly in front of them. As they stopped at the first red light, a dark-colored Chevrolet Impala pulled up alongside Biggie's SUV. An unknown assailant inside the Impala rolled down the window and fired multiple shots at Biggie's vehicle. Biggie was hit numerous times by gunfire, sustaining 4 gunshot wounds. One of the bullets struck him in the chest, causing severe internal injuries. He was immediately rushed to the Cedars-Sinai Medical Center, but pronounced dead at the hospital that night. So what happened? Well, Puffy's business partner said that they had used up all their budget on security, so they couldn't hire extra security for this evening. Keefe D was also at this party and offered protection. Puff told him to stand down. Puff decided to ride in the separate car located in front of Biggie's. Then he gave his security guard, Gene Deal, very strange instructions rather than maximizing Big's protection.
I tried to ride on the side of the car. Puff said, yo, Gene, what you doing? I said, I'm riding on the side of the car. I have my gun out. So he says to me, Gene, if you don't get in this car, you ain't gonna never work for Bad Boy ever again. I said, man, how the f you gonna try to tell me how to do my job? He said, Gene, we don't need that look. We don't need that look. Get in the car. As I go to get in the car, this motherfucker reached down and let his seat all the way back. So now I gotta put my legs sideways. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is you doing? I said, you ready? He said, you ready? I said, Kenny, run the next 3 lights. Kenny said, for what? I said, motherfucker, run the next 3 lights, Kenny, or I'm gonna drive. Kenny just took off.
The first car ran the red lights, but the car behind them did not follow. They decided to stop at the red light. Lil Cease had his head hanging out the window trying to holler at some girls. Then out of nowhere, the shooting took place. According to an FBI agent, Phil...
Oh, okay. I thought that they was right there in front of him at the red light. Because I was about to say that they probably did that shit on purpose so they can, like, trap him or whatever. But, I mean, there was a car behind him, but I don't think they had any clue of what was going on. Oh, okay.
Carson, who worked on the case for several years, Suge Knight hired Amir Muhammad to carry out the execution. However, the agent says that the original target was not Biggie. They were targeting Sean Puffy Combs. Gene also believes this story is the truth.
I believe it was meant for Puff. The people that tried to kill Puff that night, for whatever reason, because we had some beef with some Muslim cats in Soul Train too. For whatever reason, the people that was trying to kill Puff, Big became a casualty of Puff shit.
When they rushed Big to the hospital, Lil Cease, who...
So why would they still shoot? Did they really think that Puff was in the car with Biggie? Obviously, they saw Biggie, like, he's not hard to miss. And they specifically targeted the passenger seat. So I don't get that.
Literally looked the shooter right in his face, gave a description to Gene. This is what he said.
Little C's at the hospital. He said a Muslim shot Big. And I said to Paul, with the blue suit, white shirt, blue bow tie, he said, Gene, how you know? I said, that motherfucker walked up to Puff car first.
Lil Cease's description of the man matches up to what the FBI uncovered. All in all, to say that Puffy set up the murders of Pac and Biggie is not exactly accurate, but the origins of the beef and the escalation of the beef can most definitely be traced back to Puffy. Also,
I mean, yeah, that's kind of like what I was saying as well, where he probably just manufactured this drama to the point where it led up to this. And like that still mean that he had some hand to play in all of this, bro. And all three of them had hella enemies, bro. And like their times was coming. And apparently Biggie was the one to get hit instead of Puff. I don't know, man. It's I think a lot of people was trying to get Puff and Big, since a lot of people saw them together a lot. And from like this video, what we're seeing, a lot of people was talking like they were together with a lot of stuff. So I don't know. It's so weird, man. I wish we knew exactly what happened.
Definitely knew that danger was looming for Pac and Biggie and did not even come close to trying to prevent both of their deaths. Because at the end of the day, Puff was the one who benefited most from them dying. Think about it from the perspective of Puffy the businessman. Tupac dies, that makes Biggie the winner. Biggie looks like the ultimate gangster who warned his enemy with a diss track and then got him killed. That helps feed into the persona and sell more records. Plus, with Tupac dead, there is no more competition. Biggie's inspiration, his idol, the dude who he copied everything from, can no longer defend himself from the grave. Now, we know that Puff didn't exactly want Big to die, but he wasn't doing everything in his power to protect him. Additionally, Puff saw how much money Death Row was making after Tupac passed. Tupac Shakur sold 67,000 records in the week following his murder. 2 months after he died, they released The Don Killuminati, The 7-Day Theory, which Shakur recorded under the name Machiavelli. It debuted at #1 on the Billboard Hot 200 with first week sales of 664,000 and 250,000 the second week. To this day, Tupac has sold 75 million records, most of which came posthumously. Puffy owned all of Big's publishing. He allegedly purchased it from him for $200,000 years before he passed, which meant that everything he recorded or wrote for himself or other artists, Puff owned all of Biggie's percentage. Aside from the tens of millions of dollars in albums Big sold posthumously, he was also a prolific songwriter. He wrote all of Junior Mafia's album. He wrote for Lil' Kim. He wrote for Mace, Craig Mack. Also consider every single time he's been sampled over the years. Diddy has been making money off Biggie for more years than Biggie was alive. There were even suspicions that Biggie was aware of how much control Puffy had over his music and tried to sign over all his new music to his infant daughter, but passed away before he could get the business deals done. Biggie's mother, Valletta Wallace, has repeatedly expressed her distrust of Diddy. The truth is, Christopher accepted the illusion of a friend and mentor for about $25,000.
What the hell,
That's the
bro?
amount Puffy lured my son with. That was a lot of money for Christopher back then as a 19-year-old.
Bro, are you serious? Man, that is just straight tragic. Like, that's like real sick. That's real weird if that's something that's true, where he could have prevented Biggie's death, but he chose not to so he could make more money. I mean, I understand that that's like a real far out reach when it comes to this whole thing, but it's like, damn.
She continued by saying that she was glad her son does not have to witness that the very people that he thought he could ride and die with wouldn't think twice about using his mother. She added, "I am glad that he is not here to see how they have used his image and his name." Diddy was filthy rich, extremely powerful, and evidently unpredictable. Imagine how easy it was to leverage his power in the music industry and his personal life. If you said no to him, in theory, he could blackball you, extort you, or maybe something more permanent. So consider that when we begin analyzing his history of suspicious behavior.
I'm a savage! I'm a savage! Oh! I'm a savage! Whatever I want, I'm going to get! Whatever I want, I have to get!
Let's start with the mysterious
What was
Puffy's
that
Flavor
for?
Camp, where Diddy would mention
Boy's just so damn extra, man. Was this boy trying to act for something? Like, what the fuck?
here.
I got my MTV out. Savage! I'm a savage! Oh! I'm a savage! Whatever I want, I'm going to get! Whatever I want, I have to get!
Let's start with
This
the
stuff is so freaking stupid.
mysterious Puffy's Flavor Camp, where Diddy would mentor teenage musicians like Usher and give them a taste of the music industry. R&B sensation Usher was nothing short of a child prodigy. By age 13, he had already been discovered in Atlanta by L.A. Reid, and they sent him to New York City to record his debut album with Diddy. In 1994, Usher was just 14 years old, and he moved into Diddy's house to be a part of his Flavor Camp.
I mean, but hey, it was curious. I got.
A flavor camp? The fuck is a flavor camp, bro? I really think that he got Usher too, man. Yo, I saw somebody say that they listened to the audio and the stuff was sick. Like, yeah, man, it really is sick, bro. Oh my god, I don't even want to talk about that shit, bro. I don't even want to like. I don't even want to like explain the details and shit. It's that shit was so fucking traumatizing, bro. Like, my god. There was an audio on Twitter that got leaked. I don't know if it's real or not or whatever. But apparently one of P. Diddy's bodyguards released an audio of P. Diddy and Meek Mill having sex. But apparently Meek Mill was drugged or something. Ah, shit. Damn, I wish I never heard that shit. That shit gonna be on my mind for a minute, bro. That shit, oh my God, Ren, I wish I didn't hear that shit, bro.
Chance to see some things.
Yeah, but you were 13. What were you seeing?
I went there to see the lifestyle.
Right.
And I saw it. And it was but I don't know if I could indulge and understand what I was even looking at. It was pretty wild. It was,
so nobody
it was
tried to, some woman didn't come along.
I didn't say that.
Okay.
I didn't say that. What I did say is that there were very curious things taking place. And I didn't necessarily understand it.
Usher has been very reluctant to discuss what happened when he lived with Diddy. In a 2004 article with
Yeah, that boy trying to get rid of it, but he ain't trying to think about it. He ain't trying to talk about it. But what's crazy to me is how well he's been able to cope with a lot of this stuff, bro. Unless he's just like behind closed doors or whatever. Maybe he's real fucked up, but in the public, he has done such a good job of letting people know or showing people that nothing's wrong with him. Because there's so many freaking child celebrities that are fucked up now because of stuff that they went through as a kid. You said the audio was from a gay adult film? Oh, okay. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. I kind of had a feeling. I was just like, man, I don't know if this is real or not, but it's like, I don't know. It's whatever. I was like, did they confirm that or something? Is there a certain type of tweet that like confirmed it? Like, did they show the adult film video or whatever, and like the audio matched? Whoa, where'd y'all see that at? Oh, for real? Oh, okay. All right. I mean that kind of eases my mind and shit. It still sounded fucked up. It's still like the audio sounded fucked up, bro. But like I appreciate it. You said, yeah, you thought the audio was too clear to be recorded behind a door. I was kind of thinking that myself as well, especially with it being a party. I'm like, I don't hear any music in the background or whatever. You said a gay creator on TikTok said he recognized it. That's funny. Okay. What the Okay. Okay. But yeah, I felt that way too. Man. Like I thought the audio was a little too clear. And like there was no music playing behind the background. So I'm like, what the fuck?
Rolling Stone, he said, Puff introduced me to a totally different set of shit. Sex, specifically. Sex is so hot in the industry, man. While he was in New York, he lived at Puffy's house in Scarsdale. There was always girls around. You'd open a door and see somebody doing it, or several people in a room having an orgy. You never knew what was going to happen. Some people look at this as nothing short of grooming a young boy. One time, Diddy himself detailed what living with Usher was like.
Back in the days when he was like 10 and I was a little bit older, his older brother, we used to fight over the Frosted Flakes. You know what I'm saying? Before pause was invented. You know what I'm saying? But it's my brother for real. We used to actually wrestle off of the Frosted Flakes because he used to always get them early than me. Now he's one of the richest stars in the world.
Nigga, man, you a grown ass man. You're rich. And you talking about you're a little bit older than him. Bro, you probably was like close to 30 when that dude was 10 years old. Like, what are you talking about? What? What are you talking about? So you're like damn near 30. Because I think he was like in his early 20s when the whole thing with with Tupac and Biggie was going down. So you was like close to 30, if not maybe like 32 or whatever. And this dude was like 10 years old, 13, 14, and you wrestling a little child that's not even your little sibling or maybe somebody that you adopted. Not even your real child. You're wrestling a little kid that I don't even know why the fuck he's over at your house in the first place. Like, that's one of the things that I also cannot stand is how fucking sick these parents are, bro. Why the fuck are you letting your kid fly all the way to a different state to stay with a man just so, oh yeah, man, he's about to be famous and shit so you can get some money? It's like, you're a pedophile as well, bro. And there's so many freaking child celebrities that went through that shit that would just let their child, oh yeah, you could go stay with this grown ass man. Yeah, you're gonna be rich. Like, are you serious? And then that's when you find out that your child got freaking assaulted or whatever. Now you surprised. Oh, he seemed so nice with us. It didn't seem like that or whatever. Man, shut your bitch ass up, nigga. You set your child up. And this is another thing that I be talking about now, bro. There's so many parents that set their kids up. But what's crazy is nobody wants to acknowledge that shit. Nobody wants to say anything. Like, the way that some of these parents be having they fucking kids dressing and shit, you're setting your child up. But they don't want to fucking say anything. They can wear whatever they want to wear. Bitch, you're setting your child up. Like, why? Like, just come to the conclusion. Accept it. You're setting your child up, you fucking pedophile. Like, are you serious? You should not be dressing a child in like a two-piece crop top. Your child is a toddler. Why is your fucking baby wearing a crop top that goes like right here? Her stomach is out, and then she's wearing like a short skirt. Why are you doing that? And then like the crop top she's wearing is like a fucking spaghetti stripe, or a spaghetti strip tank top or whatever. Like, what are you doing? And then like how I was talking about a couple freaking live streams ago. You will legit have some of these parents dress their freaking kids up at a fucking prom, at a fucking homecoming dance, at a fucking graduation with their fucking titties out, bro. Or damn near wearing a see-through ass dress. Or you got them going to school, since these schools don't have fucking dress codes anymore. They over here going to school with crop tops and fucking push-up bras and shit when they're developing. And these little boys are fucking developing as well. They're going through puberty, all this other shit. You got your little girl over here wearing fucking leggings and shit that shows her cheeks, the definition in her butt. Got her wearing a certain type of shirt that has her breast poking out. And it's like, what are you doing? But then when I talk about, oh, they can wear whatever they want to wear and you're weird, but no, bitch, you're weird. Why are you dressing your child up like that? That is your child, not your friend. There's too many parents nowadays that look at their children as friends. Bitch, be a parent. Stop fucking trying to be your child's friend. Like, my goodness.
Yo, what the f did Puff just say?
Even though Kevin Hart was just joking, he really was the only one that seemed to question what Diddy was talking about. But Usher looks kind of uncomfortable. And you'll notice a theme where Diddy is very comfortable touching other people, embracing them, calling them pet names, and almost always the other person's body language screams they do not like it.
Yeah, and this nigga always be telling stories and shit. Like, nigga, you ain't supposed to be telling people, like, what the fuck went on with us, bro? Like, chill out with that shit. Like, what are you doing, bro? I understand you want to let people know how close we are and all this type of shit, but you need to chill out with that, bro.
Man, you doing it, man. You deserve it, daddy. You putting in that work.
But Usher is not.
That's crazy how he said that shit when his ass is poking out in that water, too. Bro, that position is weird, bro, with another man calling you daddy. That is a weird ass position, bro.
It's always the other person's body language screams they do not like it.
Man, you doing it, man. You deserve it, daddy. You putting in that work.
But Usher is not the only artist in the industry who may have been a victim of Puffy's flavor.
You said gotta cool his butt off. Chill. 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 What the fuck? P. Diddy was Usher's legal guard. Oh, he's gonna read it. He's gonna read it.
Justin Bieber was also mentored by Diddy early on in his career. Bieber, just after his 15th birthday.
Now, we all know that some shit happened with Justin Bieber. Now, Justin Bieber he's actually going through some shit. Like, it's how I was just saying when it comes to Usher, it's crazy how well Usher has been going about his life and shit and hasn't been showing that anything is wrong. But like I said, we don't know how he is behind closed doors. But that dude, Justin Bieber, he has hinted towards some shit. He's kind of said some stuff. This dude has legit had emotional breakdowns and all this type of stuff, man. Like, he went through it, bro. And I like really feel bad for him. Like, I hate how I was when I was a kid, bro. When I was a kid, I legit did not like this dude because it was just something about him, like he was coming off like a douche. But I didn't know what this man was going through, bro. Now that I know somewhat a little bit of like what he went through, I feel so sad. It's just like it makes sense why he was acting the way that he was acting. It's fucked up.
Spent 48 hours with Diddy. Diddy gifted him a Lamborghini Gallardo and let the world know why him and the teenager were hanging out.
Where we hanging out and what we doing, we can't really disclose, but it's definitely a 15-year-old's dream. I don't have legal guardianship of him, but for the next 48 hours, he's with me. So
why? God damn you parents. Like, what the fuck? I will never put my child through a situation like this, bro. If my child is doing, nigga, I'm living there too, bruh. I'm there too, nigga. For the next 48 hours, nigga, I'm there too. I'm not about to have my child be there by himself. Are you serious? That is crazy to me, man. Makes no fucking sense. And then isn't Justin Bieber from Canada, bruh? Doesn't his family live in Canada? So they like legit flew him all the way from Canada to LA to be with another dude, bro. And then what's also crazy to me is how this nigga, he's trying to be like Michael, bro. Like, I'm starting to see that now. That's one of the reasons why he don't see a problem with this shit. I mean, like, there's so many other reasons why he doesn't see a problem with this shit. Like, the dude is legit sick. But he's trying to be like Michael Jackson. And the whole Michael Jackson situation is going on, or it was going on. And he's like, oh, shit, well, that stuff went on. then it shouldn't be that big of a deal that I'm hanging out with a 13-year-old Usher or a 15-year-old Justin Bieber. Like,
Yeah, and we gonna go buck full crazy.
Combs seems to be acting strange, but Justin,
that boy said we about to go butt full crazy.
Seems alright. At the time, he was still a young star, glamorized by the industry. 1 year later, his demeanor towards Diddy was much different.
What's up, man? You good?
I'm good. How are you?
All right, young brother, everything's good?
Everything's
Selling
great.
out arenas and everything? Starting to act different, huh? You ain't been calling me and hanging out the way we used to hang out.
Well, I mean, you haven't. I mean, you try to get in contact with me, through all my, partners and whatnot. But you never really got my number, so.
Damn, that boy is scared, man. Damn, bro. Just seeing how that dude acting, bro, that shit got me emotional, man. That boy is scared, man. That dude is straight nervous. Like, fuck, man. That shit is fucked up. And this little kid legit got assaulted by men and women, bro. And it's just like everybody was just laughing and shit. Cause like, he's not that much older than me, man. Or I think we might be the same age or something. I don't know. But I remember that whole fucking thing, man. Everybody asking him these weird ass questions and shit and just laughing it off. Everybody touching him a certain fucking type of way. And it's just like, I don't know why people just thought that shit was so fucking cool, man. It's just,
Now, Combs is renowned for hosting lavish and star-studded parties that have become legendary in the entertainment industry. Diddy parties are famous for attracting A-list celebrities across all industries. I had the craziest mix, Combs told Oprah. Some of my boys from Harlem, Leonardo DiCaprio after he just finished Titanic, I had socialites there and relatives from down south. Diddy parties are typically hosted at luxury venues or his own private residences. The media were quick to anoint him the modern-day Gatsby, a title he embraced with open arms. Have I read The Great Gatsby? He said to a reporter in 2001. I am the Great Gatsby. However, many people forget that one of Diddy's first parties ever resulted in the deaths of 9 attendees. In 1991, 22-year-old Sean Combs was the promoter of the Heavy D's and Puff Daddy celebrity charity basketball. 22-year-old resulted in the deaths of 9 attendees. In 1991, 22-year-old Sean Combs was the promoter of the Heavy D's and Puff Daddy celebrity.
yeah, so you was like 30 or a little bit over 30 when you was hanging out with Usher. Or just close to. And then your ass was like almost 50 when you was hanging out with Justin Bieber. It's just fucked up. The people just do this shit, man. It doesn't matter what gender or what age or race it is, but it's just the fact that people just do this shit. And it's like, what makes it even more fucked up, it's like one of the biggest fucking money makers in the world, bro. The whole sex trafficking and abuse and all, it's legit one of the biggest money makers in the world. And it's like the only time that they actually ever fucking arrest somebody is when that motherfucker is not playing the game like how they want them to play. Because so many of these niggas know damn near everybody that's doing this shit, bro. But they're not arresting them, bro, because they're making money from it. That's the only reason why they going after this dude, Diddy, man. He ain't playing the game like how they want him to play anymore. The dude's not being helpful. He ain't really being a money maker like how he used to be. Same way when it came to Jeffrey Epstein, but I mean, Jeffrey Epstein, he has some other shit going on as well. Like he was trying to blackmail a whole bunch of people. That's one of the things I heard, that he was trying to blackmail a whole bunch of people. So he set himself up. It's just like I'm not the type of person that really is into politics and shit, but like just imagine the type of shit that like Donald Trump knows, bro, and what he's seen and what he's been involved in, because he's pretty much been involved with all these motherfuckers. And the fact that this nigga legit became president. But I so many of the presidents already know, man. 'Cause a lot of these niggas be in those parties and shit. And they don't do anything because they getting paid off. While these little kids, man, these little kids, man, getting tortured and abused, bro. Taken away from their families and shit. Being sent to other countries and shit. Don't know where the fuck they at. Don't know what to think, how to think. They don't know who the fuck they are because they've been drugged up so fucking much.
Charity basketball game at City College's Nat Holman Gymnasium, the infamous Puffy Party where a stampede occurred taking the lives of 9 people. Some of the hottest rappers in the game were set to attend. Boyz II Men, Phife Dawg, Big Daddy Kane, Jodeci, even LL Cool J and Mike Tyson showed up. The crazy part is that fans could see all of their favorite stars for just $12. The first problem occurred with the tickets. Keep in mind, this is in '91, so people had to go to physical locations like the Apollo Theater box office to buy tickets. Tickets were also sold at local shops like Boss Emporium, and even free tickets were given out on the radio by Funkmaster Flex. The facility could only hold 2,730 people, but they had no idea how many tickets they sold, as no proper system was set in place to keep track. Despite this, Gene Deal recalls Puffy requesting to cut security presence in half.
This particular day, Puff calls me the day before we supposed to do the party and say, yo, Gene, I don't need y'all to do the security outside. I got the FOIs to do it. So I said, man, I just told 18 guys. He said, I just need 8, I just need 8.
To clarify, the FOIs are Fruit of Islam members. One witness to the event said, "You cannot have an event like this in Harlem without those Muslims," said Oscar Davis, 32, of the Bronx. "Forget the police, they can't do nothing. The people in Harlem respect the Muslims." It was blatantly obvious that more people were outside than could actually fit in the gym. Despite the overcrowding, tickets were still being sold at the door, said Mario Salvaggi, a city police patrol chief. Fans entered through 2 side exits and funneled down the stairs, through the doors into the gymnasium. But once LL Cool J and Mike Tyson showed up, all hell broke loose. Mobs of people started swarming from outside to rush inside, pushing people forward towards the glass doors. The glass doors eventually were shut and needed to be pulled towards the crowd to be opened. Guards tried to instruct people to fall back, but they wouldn't listen. The pressure became so great that the glass doors shattered and people fell through them. Outsiders began stampeding and stomping over bodies to get inside the facility, but the problem just got worse as they needed to go down the stairs into the gym. The doors at the bottom of the stairs also needed to be pulled open towards the crowd, not pushed into the gym. So hundreds of people were squeezed up against these doors in this tiny stairwell with no way to escape. Also notice that these doors don't have any windows. So inside of the gym, people were having a great time. From the outside, you can hear them partying, playing music, and rappers shouting over the microphone. They didn't even know that just on the other side of those doors were people fighting fighting for their lives. Eventually, they got the doors open. As much as 6 people were stacked on top of each other and began spilling onto the gym floor, finally relieving the pressure. People began trying to perform CPR on the ground. Someone announced over the microphone that 3 people died right there. This caused chaos, and the people inside the gym began trying to leave, stampeding back through the exact same stairwell where people were trapped in the first place. Police identified 5 men and 3 women dead at the scene, and 29 people were injured. A 9th victim died in the hospital.
I never knew any of this happened. I didn't know any of this, bro. You said also the fact that a 12-year-old boy was able to draw a complete accuracy with MJ's multicolored penis. I didn't think it was. I didn't think we was gonna be. This shit like really fucked my whole mood up, bro.
Days later, all of them died from asphyxiation. 8 families of the deceased settled wrongful death lawsuits against Mr. Combs in early 1998. Mr. Combs ended up paying around $600,000 of a total $3 million or so. Now, clearly, this wasn't all Diddy's fault. Legally, the courts claim the city 50% responsible and the promoters 50% responsible. Regardless, death and dark energy seemed to lure around Diddy since his earliest days. From there, he kind of stopped throwing parties for the public and started to keep them private. However, over the years, disturbing rumors have spread regarding what happens during Diddy's parties, ranging from group sex rituals to casting couches where newcomers would secure their future in various industries. The biggest rumor is that aspiring male talent would need to pleasure other powerful men to advance their careers, and apparently it's an open secret in the music industry, which is why Shannon Sharp erupted in laughter when Cat Williams said,
"Cause P. Diddy be wanting to party, and you gotta tell him no. You got to tell him no. I did. I did."
Now, Diddy has 6 biological children with 3 different women.
That's one of the things that I hate to hear, because, you know, my ultimate goal in life is to become a successful actor, you know, Oscar-worthy actor, and I really don't want to do any of that type of shit, bro. I really don't want to be in no situation where they're going to try to have me do something like that, man. I don't want that, bro.
Has had multiple high-profile relationships with the likes of Jennifer Lopez, Naomi Campbell, and Cassie, but you will notice that most of the party stories that circulate involve him being surrounded by men. Josh Ostrovsky, who goes by The Fat Jewish on social media, detailed his strange experience at a Diddy party.
I'm on ecstasy and I'm trying to find the bathroom and I can't find the bathroom and I get lost. So I open a door and in that room there are a bunch of men laying about and, you know, kind of like very like kind of leaning on each other. Not like if you were spooning but facing each other and like leaning up on your elbow and talking.
Like it would almost be the prelude to an orgy.
Yes. Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Oh my God. Oh
Okay.
my God. It was so prelude to an orgy. And who is lounging in my direct eye line? Puff Daddy and Felix the House Cat, famed house music producer.
Yeah, no, I know
are
who that is.
basically spooning each other, and they're drinking a glass of Hennessy, and they're like sharing. They're like passing it back and forth,
And everyone's talking.
and everyone's just like talking.
Yeah.
And then as soon as I see them, I'm like,
All men, though. There's not
all
one
men,
woman in this room.
all men, and
Yeah.
they're all 100% on ecstasy.
Shortly after Josh and Diddy locked eyes, he was kicked out. Josh, who is a gay man, immediately felt like he was in a room full of other gay men. But there was no real accusation nor damning evidence here. It could have just been a group of guys chillin'. So let's take a listen to rapper Exhibit recounting his experience partying with Diddy.
Florida. We got invited to a Puffy party, the New Year's Eve party. He invited us to the house because he wanted to go to the club after. Puffy calls me outside. He's like, "Hey man, that girl you know about?" He's like, that's the devil, man. You know what I'm saying? I was like, "What you mean that's the devil?" So we get into the truck. He said, "Let's go to this club." You know, we sitting there vibing to the music, and then she pointed over the corner. It's two dudes kissing. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, "The f is this?" And then she pointed another direction. It's another dude over there, like butt ass naked dancing. You know what I'm saying? We take off, man.
Based on X's story, it seems like Diddy brought him to a gay club. Or maybe coincidentally, Exhibit just looked at the only two gay couples in a regular club. 50 Cent also recalls one of the first times he met Diddy.
We gotta kick it. This is Puff. Okay. He telling me we gotta kick it and shit. And he's like, "Yo, why don't we like go shopping or some shit?" I mean, like, I pay for it. And I was like, "What the fuck this nigga just said?" It's a fruit pie. It's a fruit pie. Trust me.
Now, there is no doubt that homophobia has been prevalent.
I know 50 be talking shit and stuff, but there's a lot of stuff that he be saying that be true, bro. Wow. 50 be saying a lot of stuff in a jokey way, but he really be telling you the truth. But he just say it in a way where you're not really gonna get it unless you like really paying attention.
In hip-hop forever. However, some people are just simply not gay, and Diddy's actions make them feel uncomfortable. Like rappers Fabulous and Jadakiss, who were pressed by Diddy on a podcast that got really awkward really quickly. He began by repeatedly calling the host Nori Daddy.
Mr. Lee, yeah, I love this drink.
Where you put my bag?
I like when you like this, Daddy.
Yeah, where you put my bag?
Daddy, I like when you
it's
scrambling and scraping for shit.
No, I got
I
notes
like
and
that.
shit. You know, I've been practicing.
Then he proceeded to ask Fabulous why
I was about to say, he sound like he drunk as shit, bro.
he didn't want to party with him.
See where I look
Did you
back
miss
on
me?
where I became.
Did you miss me though? For real, because I'm saying it seems like a thing.
I
with
miss
this
partying
birthday
with
party,
Puff, man.
But I'm talking about for your birthday.
Huh?
Why won't you party with me for your birthday, man?
What the fuck? What? This nigga talking to me like I'm an ex-girlfriend or some shit. Like, what? Nigga talking about, hey, party with me for your birthday. Like, I'm a pay for your whole birthday party and shit and all that. Like, nigga, what? Like, what is up with this nigga always hitting people and why don't we party anymore? Like, nigga, what the fuck is up with this nigga, bro?
We partied for my birthday before. You came to my party.
No, but me and you ain't never really party, you know what I'm saying?
Jadakiss kept his head looking straight down for almost the entire interview, and you could tell Fabulous was very uneasy about Diddy's presence. When Diddy was confronted about it, this was his response.
You scrambling and scraping for shit.
That was you.
Scrambling.
What? You said, I like when you do it like that, Daddy. When you scrambling and scraping for shit.
Hey, man. Nah. I mean,
you don't go back and look at that stuff and laugh?
I mean, it could be funny. I don't really be on it like that. Yeah.
It seems like he genuinely has no idea why people thought what he said was weird.
He says things, he doesn't even know what he's saying is like fruity. You know what I'm saying? Like, he said something fabulous and he goes, yo, no.
I didn't even catch that, the whole scraping for shit or whatever. I didn't even catch it, but it's like, oh my God, bro. Yeah, like the stuff he's saying is just so whack, bro.
But me and you, we ain't party. Like, we need to party. What is he talking about? What is he talking about? That's the kind of stuff that when people say that to me, I get a little uncomfortable.
But even with all the jokes, rumors, and secrets, nobody ever formally spoke out against Diddy and accused him of assault or abuse until 2019, when his ex-girlfriend Gina Huynh spoke publicly about what it's like to be in a...
I didn't even know that dude had that much power, to be honest with you, man. I was surprised. I understand that he does have some influence on the industry. Like, he can stop people from getting, like, their dreams fulfilled and all that. But it's just like, damn, I did not know he had that much power, bro.
Relationship with him. Keep in mind that Gina was a side girlfriend for Diddy. The public didn't know about her because his public relationship was with Cassie Ventura, who he had been on and off dating for a decade.
He had caught me texting another man. We were in his closet and he like pushed me and I fell to the ground. He like stood over me. He avoided my face, but he like started punching me like on the side of my head, and I was just like covering my face.
That boy got mad that you was texting his side, nigga. I shouldn't be joking. I shouldn't be joking. Dude got mad that you texting niggas without him. Shit.
He like stomped on my stomach, like took the wind out of my breath. I couldn't breathe, pleading to him like, can you stop? And he like stopped for a little bit. He like grabbed my hair from the back and like was like punching the back of my head.
She also claims that she was pregnant with his child in 2014.
You mind telling me what happened with that pregnancy?
He was like, you're gonna get an abortion, right? I was like, I don't know yet. And then he offered me $50,000 to get rid of it, but I turned it down because I just loved him.
Gina did not.
Bet you didn't love him, bro. You wanted to get that, instead of getting 50,000, you wanted to get 5 million. That's what you wanted. You wanted to get that boy on that child support. You need to chill out. The fuck? We ain't stupid. 50,000 is small. I can get you for fucking even way more than that for like 18, 19 years, bro. Like, are you serious?
Not take the money, but she also did not have the child. 4 years later, she got pregnant again. Gina goes on to detail multiple other instances of emotional and physical abuse, but she never filed any formal charges. It wasn't all the way until November of 2023 that someone finally filed a formal lawsuit against Diddy. After that, the floodgates were opened, and Sean Combs' dark past crept out of the shadows. In the lawsuit, Cassie Ventura, his longtime girlfriend, accused Mr. Combs of repeated physical abuse over about a decade. As you can imagine, this lawsuit and these allegations went extremely viral. After all these years of shady rumors, weird behavior, and dark secrets, the entire world was prepared for Diddy's decline. Ventura and Combs met in 2005 when she was 19 and he was 37. He heard a song she was marketing called Me and You. He then contacted Ryan Leslie, who wrote Cassie's first single, and paired Bad Boy Records with Leslie's.
Oh, she made that song? I've heard that song, man. They was playing that song on I think it was GTA 4 or GTA 5, whichever one of those. And I think they might have even was playing that song on Saints Row 2. But yeah, I've heard that song, man. That's actually a really good song. I thought that the girl from Just One Thing, or One Thing, I thought she was the one who did that song.
Next Selection imprint for the release of Cassie's debut album. In August 2006, Cassie released her self-titled album under Bad Boy Records. The pair formed a close relationship through working together for several months as Cassie became the face of Diddy's fashion label, Sean John. In 2007, Diddy separated from...
Oh, he made that? Damn, I did not know he made that. I didn't know who made that. To be honest with you... To be honest with you, every single time I thought about Sean John, I thought about the damn reggae rapper, bro. What's his name? What, Sean Paul or something like that? I forget. What's his name, bro? Is it Sean Paul? So it is Sean Paul. Okay, yeah. Every single time I thought of Sean John, I thought of Sean Paul. I thought that was his shit. So
under Bad Boy Records. The pair formed a close relationship through working together for several months as Cassie became the face of Diddy's fashion label, Sean John. And
I'm not even gonna lie to you, that shit looked garbage. That shit looked like something that you'll get from the flea market, man. If y'all know what I'm talking about, whenever you go to like them African flea markets or something like that, that looks like something that you'll get from there, bro. And then you gotta haggle the price down and shit.
In 2007, Diddy separated from his longtime partner, Kim Porter, and started dating Cassie. Cassie alleged that Combs controlled nearly every aspect of her life, from her career to having access to her personal medical records. She claims he was frequently violent, physically abusing her multiple times a year, and that he often plied her with copious amounts of drugs, which made videos like this one seem awfully suspicious, where Cassie seems to be hiding from Diddy.
What you want, What? What you gotta say now? What you gotta say now? You ain't got shit to say. When you put your girl on the snap, baby, yo, babe. I mean, shit getting weird. Come on, baby. It's hot outside. You fucking wrapped up in that blanket. Let's go jog on the beach.
The court papers assert that.
Yeah, that does look weird. That looks weird as fuck, bro. It looked like he started recording after they had like some type of scuffle or argument, or I'm not even gonna say something like that. He probably put his hands on her or was probably verbally abusive or something. And then he started recording after that shit to make it seem like, you know, she's so goofy. She's so crazy. She's so kooky. Like, nigga, no. And it's just like the way he's talking to her, too, is just like, my God.
Others who worked with Mr. Combs helped him control Ms. Ventura, like suppressing her music if she did not obey his orders, or by helping to conceal his behavior. But it wasn't just mentally controlling. He also often got physically violent with her. In one incident in Los Angeles in 2009, the suit says that Mr. Combs became enraged when he saw Ms. Ventura talking to another talent agent, then pushed her into a car and kicked her repeatedly in the face, making her bleed. The suit also details Diddy's request for Cassie to engage in his newest sexual fantasy called voyeurism. Combs forced Ventura to have sex with male sex workers in different cities, encounters she claimed he watched, pleasured himself to, and recorded.
Oh, man. Wow. Oh, wow. This is just ridiculous. And I know this is not even half of it. And we're still going to be getting way more information years to come. It's going to be one of those situations where they're going to make a documentary about it. I mean, I think Netflix already made a documentary or something. I don't know. Or I think they just announced that they're going to be making a documentary. But I know there's so much information that's going to be coming out in the future. And it's like, I mean, like, I'm not trying to kink shame anybody who is into the whole cuck shit. But it's like the way that he's doing it by forcing her to do it, and he probably put her on drugs and shit, and probably put the male sex worker on drugs as well. Wow. Wow.
This is the allegation that likely opened up a federal investigation into him sex trafficking people. According to the suit, Mr. Combs called these encounters freak-offs, which involved costumes, like masquerade masks and lingerie. The lawsuit continues to detail some of the most horrific, embarrassing, and torturous behavior Diddy allegedly committed. Combs' lawyer, Benjamin Braffman, responded to the lawsuit on behalf of him. Mr. Combs vehemently denies these offensive and outrageous allegations. For the past 6 months, Mr. Combs has been subjected to Ms. Ventura's persistent demand of $30 million, under the threat of writing a damaging book about their relationship. Despite them denying everything, the lawsuit was settled just 24 hours after it was made public. We don't know how much, but due to the severity of the charges, the public assumed that Diddy coughed up tens of millions of dollars to keep her quiet. And while Combs likely believed—
And then she posted that shit anyway. I think I remember she paid her for a settlement, and then that shit came out anyway. I was just like, wow. So what was the point of the settlement? I would have been pissed. Like, damn, I just gave you all this money, and you did this shit anyway. Like, my goodness. You said, let me find out you just finding out about Diddy. Well, to be honest with you, I kind of am. Like, but a lot of people, because like I was saying earlier in the video, growing up, I wasn't paying attention to this shit. I wasn't listening. Now I'm starting to, because like last year, or I don't even know if it was last year, or like 2 years, I don't know. It was recent. Just out of nowhere, I started hearing people saying shit about Diddy, and I'm like, and nobody was like legit saying for real, like some shit about Diddy. It's just a lot of people was talking about how they didn't like Diddy, and I'm like, damn, I thought y'all did though. Cause it's like, I grew up, you know, I didn't pay attention to the music or whatever, but like I knew about this nigga. So I'm like, okay, I grew up. I thought y'all liked him. I was like, that's crazy. So now that I'm an adult, I'm like, I'm hearing all the shit. And I'm like, damn, I didn't know that this was going on. That's crazy. And then that's when like my mom started talking about him a lot more. I'm like, what? Like, damn, what the fuck? That's crazy to me. Now I'm starting to hear shit about Jay-Z and I'm like, what? I'm like, damn. Like, when did this start happening? I was like, y'all was just talking about Jay-Z and saying that he's one of the greatest rappers and all this stuff. I wasn't hearing nothing about this. And now all of a sudden, people are like, oh yeah, now they came after Diddy. They need to come after Jay-Z next. And I'm like, what? I'm like, yo, what? That's like, I don't pay attention to this stuff. You feel me? I grew up not really paying attention to music. I don't know the drama. Excuse me. I don't know the drama when it comes to like a lot of musicians or the industries and all that type of stuff. I know a lot when it comes to movies and video games because that's what I paid attention to when I was a kid, and basketball. But when it comes to music or whatever else, I never paid that much attention to that. But now I'm starting to hear so many people talking about it, and I'm just like, damn. I'm like, oh my God. So I'm watching this video, and he's going into a lot of stuff where I'm like, damn, I didn't know. I'm like, I didn't know this was going on. I'm like, golly. Whoa.
That he escaped Cassie's lawsuit unscathed, a woman named Liza Gardner filed a lawsuit on November 23rd. Gardner claimed that she and a friend met.
What? Said, I told you that I looked up Diddy? Yeah, when that whole freaking, the settlement thing happened, like I said, like that was earlier this year. That's when I freaking like started looking them up and shit, but I didn't look up any of this shit. I was just looking up stuff when it came to that moment. I wasn't even going deep into the case. So when all that stuff happened, and it, oh, okay, all right. Oh, he's playing. Okay, that's what's going on. Oh, okay. Okay, he's playing. Shit. You thought Jay-Z was your favorite rapper next to Lil Nas X. Okay. What the fuck? What in the world? Oh my God, that's
Combs
crazy.
And singer-songwriter
Damn,
Aaron Hall at an MCA Records
Who
event
is this?
in either unscathed. A woman named Liza Gardner filed a lawsuit on November 23rd. Gardner claimed that she and a friend met Combs and singer-songwriter Aaron Hall at an MCA Records event in either 1990 or 1992. They returned to Hall's apartment for an after-party where she was offered more drinks and was coerced into having sex with Combs, who assaulted both her and her friend. In another complaint filed the same day, Joy Dickerson Neal alleged that in 1991, she reluctantly went on a date with Combs, who intentionally drugged and sexually assaulted her after their dinner. Diddy denied the allegations through a spokesperson who claimed that the women's claims were fabricated and accused them of exploiting the Adult Survivors Act. The New York's Adult Survivors Act temporarily eliminated the civil statute of limitations for survivors of sexual assault, which gave them the right to file a lawsuit against the perpetrator regardless of how long ago it occurred. Then another woman came out. Jane Doe alleged that Combs, his longtime lieutenant Harve Pierre, and a third unidentified assailant gang raped her when she was 17 at Combs' Manhattan recording studio in 2003. Pierre, who previously served as president of Combs Bad Boy Entertainment, had also been sued by a former assistant who alleged.
I mean, he looked like he do that shit. I ain't even gonna lie to you. He looked like he does that shit. I thought when they was talking about the first chick, I thought they was going to talk about that was the chick, because I did see a video. There was like some type of interview. I don't know if Vlad did it or some shit, even though I don't really be paying that much attention to him. But I saw something on TikTok where some girl was talking about P. Diddy shot her or some shit.
Alleges he used his position of authority as plaintiff's boss to groom, exploit, and sexually assault her several times between 2016 and 2017. The lawsuit further claimed that men trafficked Doe across state lines from Detroit to New York City on a private jet, supplied the teenager with drugs and alcohol until she couldn't consent, and then violently assaulted her. The complaint also included several photos that Doe alleges were taken at the studio that night, including one where she is sitting on Combs' lap. Enough is enough, Diddy said on Instagram. For the last couple of weeks, I've sat silently and watched people try to.
Just by him saying enough is enough, I'm like, man, this shit fake as hell. Like, nigga, really? Who says that shit actually in real life? Like, dude, get the fuck up out of here, man, with that movie ass quote. Are you serious? Enough is enough. Sam Jackson looking ass. Are you serious? That shit was corny as hell.
Assassinate my character, destroy my reputation and my legacy. I did not do any of the awful things being alleged. I will fight for my name, my family, and for the truth.
And then that's when the video came out like a week later, I think, or a couple days later. And then that's when he went on some type of live stream, or did he record a video? And a lot of people was like analyzing the video and shit. And I was just like, I wasn't paying that much attention to it, but like I kind of saw the video and I was just like, man, it's whatever, bro. Like, this is ridiculous.
But it wasn't just women accusing him. In February of 2024, Combs' former producer and videographer, Rodney Lil Rod Jones, filed a federal lawsuit against Combs, alleging Combs sexually harassed, drugged, and threatened him. According to the lawsuit, Rodney Lil Rod Jones lived with Combs between September 2022 and November 2023.
What the fuck? Damn. What is up with y'all living with this nigga? Damn. It's like they making it easy for his ass, but it's like, what the fuck? Everybody just coming after him now. They finally got the damn what's the word? Confidence to just come after him now. Like, damn. Finally got the courage. I think that's probably the word.
During which he worked on Diddy's most recent album, the Love album, Off the Grid. As Combs' videographer, Jones allegedly secured hours of footage and audio recordings of Combs engaging in illegal activity. The activity the suit alleges includes acquiring drugs, soliciting sex workers, providing laced drinks to minors, and sexual assault. Jones alleges that he was the victim of constant unsolicited and unauthorized groping and touching of his anus by Mr. Combs. Mr. Jones was forced by Mr. Combs to work in Mr. Combs' bathroom as Mr. Combs walked around naked and showered in a clear glass enclosure.
What the fuck? And I know that dude was probably bathing himself in a certain type of way and shit, and probably trying to start conversations with him and all that. It's like,
The lawsuit, Jones also alleges that Young Miami, who is Diddy's most recent girlfriend, was among those who were paid a monthly fee by Diddy to work as his sex workers. Jones believed Diddy was grooming him with the goal of passing him off to others. While on a yacht in January of 2023, Jones alleges he was introduced to Oscar-winning actor Cuba Gooding Jr., who proceeded to grope and fondle him until being forcibly pushed away. Jones claimed that
not Cuba, no. I mean, like lately, a lot of the clips that I've been seeing of Cuba lately, bro, this dude is legit fucked up, man. I don't know if he got into that stuff himself or if somebody else got him into that, but Cuba really seemed like the type of person that fell into the evilness of fame. Seemed like, because I remember, bro, when he was younger, a lot of people was making it seem like he was about to be one of the greatest actors ever because he already won an Oscar for some movie. I forget what movie that was. I think it was that damn Tom Cruise movie or something. I forgot. But like he won an Oscar and shit, and the only Cuban Gooding Jr. movie that I've seen is Radio. And I know he was trying to win another Oscar for that. And that was Jamie Foxx. No, you thinking of another movie, bro. You thinking of another movie. Jamie Foxx was with damn, what's his name? Fuck. What is his name? He was with Scarface. I can't believe I can't think of his damn name. I can't think of nobody's name today. It's crazy. But nah, that was Any Given Sunday. That's what that was. And then Jamie Foxx was in Ray. I haven't seen Any Given Sunday, but I haven't seen Ray. I've been thinking about doing a video on Ray, but I don't know, because when I was a kid, we had the Ray bootleg DVD, and every single time that it got to the part where his brother drowned, I always stopped watching the movie. I can never get past that scene. That scene is so traumatizing to me. Yeah, Al Pacino. Yeah, thank you. But Jamie Foxx was with Tom Cruise and Collateral. I mean, yeah, but I'm talking about Jerry Maguire. That's what I was talking about. So, no, but no, I've heard. I think what happened with Cuban Gooding Jr. is pretty much he was a young up and coming star, and then probably got real invested into the partying lifestyle and everything with all these celebrities, and then he got really into substance abuse, bro. And I think that really messed him up. And now he's like completely messed up. I think he got like mental problems and everything now, bro. And it's a shame because he was gonna be on that level like a Denzel Washington from like what I've been hearing and stuff.
That Diddy, who had dominion and control over Gooding Jr., failed to step in. Also in Jones's lawsuit, an unnamed rapper is mentioned as having been on Diddy's yacht, where they were allegedly seen consorting with underage girls and sex workers. This rapper is described as a Philadelphia rapper who dated Nicki Minaj. Rapper Meek Mill is from Philadelphia and dated Nicki Minaj from 2014 to 2016. That same unnamed rapper, also an unnamed R&B singer, and producer Stevie J allegedly engaged in sexual intercourse with Diddy. This allegation has people looking at that clip of Meek Mill in the pool with Diddy calling him daddy more suspiciously. Also, 50 Cent made some jokes about Diddy and Stevie J on Instagram, to which Stevie J responded with not denying the allegations, but challenging 50 Cent to a boxing match.
However it go, I want you to fade, nigga. Fuck all that. Since it's entertainment, let me beat the shit out of you on TV or something.
Yeah, he's so used to like trying to get attention and shit because all he's really known for, I mean, I understand that he's a producer and shit, but all he's really known for is fucking love and hip hop or whatever. So that nigga, he's so used to the whole trying to fight and shit to get attention and whatever. You didn't address anything. You just wanted to start a boxing match because you know that that's trending right now, that fucking celebrities and influencers get into boxing matches and shit, and you can make easy bread off of it. Like, that shit was corny as fuck. I'm not even gonna lie to you. That shit's corny. But he looks like the type of nigga that probably got into that shit too as well. He looks like he probably knows a lot more about that whole situation.
Don't duck that. I'm calling you out. What you want to do, Curtis?
But the most shocking allegation made in the lawsuit was Mr. Jones discovered that Mr. Combs has hidden cameras in every room of his homes, and that Diddy was secretly recording artists and powerful executives, like Lucian Grange, who was mentioned in the lawsuit, who may or may not have participated in the freak-offs. If this turns out to be true, we might see some of the most powerful people in the entertainment industry get exposed. And 50...
This nigga was really trying to be a black version of Jeffrey Epstein. Damn. They probably was partnered up with that shit. They probably was partners. Like, what the fuck, man? But I don't even know if P. Diddy was trying to use that shit as blackmail like Jeffrey was. I think P. Diddy was just trying to beat his meat.
50 Cent wants to be a part of the expose. He said on Instagram, shaking my head, "This is gonna be so good. What you wanna bet I'm gonna get these tapes? I'll pay top dollar for them. You been over there? I don't go to Puffy's parties." However, it seems as though Sean Combs' reign of terror may be over. On March 25th, 2024, Homeland Security agents and other law enforcement officers raided Diddy's homes in Los Angeles and Miami due to a possible ongoing sex trafficking investigation. Homeland Security expert Hal Kempfer added some insight that the evidence they're looking for includes laptops, flash drives, and anything that would connect Combs with the allegations. As of right now, we don't know what they found, and technically the feds never formally announced what they were looking for or why they were there. But it's safe to assume, based on the allegations, conveniently, Diddy was not even in the United States during the time of the raid. According to TMZ, Combs' private jet was spotted on the ground in Antigua, in the Caribbean, shortly after news of the raids broke. Many people believe he
Them raiding his house reminded me of this video game that came out. You could play like this SWAT team member. And there's this level. I was thinking about playing the game, but there's this level that a lot of people said is like really traumatizing, where you have to raid somebody's house. It's like a real high profile person, some type of drug dealer, or I think he was like an undercover drug dealer or some shit. But in the daytime, he was kind of like some politician or something, I think, or whatever. I forget. But you raid his house, and while you're raiding his house, he's throwing a birthday party for his daughter or something. And it's pretty much like you got to be real tactful. Oh my God, I can never say that word right. I think it's tactful. Tactical. I think, whatever. But you have to be real tactical. Oh yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you. And you got to go throughout the house and arrest people and shoot people and all this shit. And then that's when you start finding like real, you start finding evidence of, videos, discs, flash drives, pictures, and all this. Nah, it's not Rainbow Six. It's something else. It's called let me see, what is it called? It's called I think it is Ready or Not. Is it Ready or Not? I think it is Ready or Not. Ready or Not. Yeah, it's Ready or Not. It's right here. It's this one. You go into this dude's house. He's throwing a birthday party for his daughter or whatever, as y'all can see right here. And you're trying to arrest him and shit. Seeing, like you see on the title, the most disturbing map and all this shit. And like there's like a secret area that he has in his basement. Well, it's not really a basement. He has like in a sewer or some shit. And it's like, that's where he had all the kids at. And you see like certain rooms that he had. There's like a mattress on the ground. And there's like this whole like production studio of them recording the kids getting abused and shit like that. So, oh shit, I might watch this video. The end of Ice Spice. Yeah, I might watch that shit. I don't know if I'm gonna watch it today, but I might watch it on the next live stream.
He's fleeing the country, and today it seems like Diddy is spiraling. He just posted on social media trying to see who in the industry is on his side.
Hey, yo, right now though, for real, yo, I need to know who with me, Like just straight up, like I don't have the time. If you with me, let it be known. If you don't with me, be quiet.
And just in case you wanted some more twisted allegations and insane conspiracy theories, take a look at the founders of Uptown Records, the people who gave Diddy his very first job in the music industry. Andre Harrell, dead at age 59. Heavy D, dead at age 44. Kim Porter, dead at age 47. And Albie Schur, who was just in a coma for 2 months and almost lost his life. Albie Schur is also the father of Diddy's oldest adopted son. Albie had a child with Kim Porter before she left him, married Diddy, and had children with him. Albie has recently been trying to reach out to his oldest son, hoping that he will leave Diddy and come back home, and when he got out of his coma, he strongly insinuated that Diddy was the reason behind it.
We're going to be producing the Albie Schur life story. So hold on to your britches, and you'll really understand how I ended up in a coma. You're really going to need to call Homeland Security.
Now, why would Diddy want the people who got him into the music industry in the first place to all be dead? I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine. But
so he can get all the money? I mean, it's the same thing like how the Joker had all those people, but that was just a setup to have them do all the work. And then they get all the money, and then he kills everybody once he gets all the money. This dude, P. Diddy, he had all these people running this production studio with him. and he found a way to screw them over or get them killed so he can take over majority of the stock or percentage or whatever, the ownership.
Seems like almost everyone around Sean Combs for his whole career either dies, disappears from relevance, or speaks out against his devilish ways. Yet nothing bad ever seems to happen to him. He just seems to get more successful and rich. Is it a coincidence? Maybe. But for now, we will just have to see how this all plays out. Based on everything you have learned in this video, you probably think he is guilty. But as of right now, he is innocent until proven Diddy.
that was clean. I like that.
It feels like every other day we see some.
All right, we'll get into this Vincent McMahon one. I think in a little bit, bro.